Why does the Chinese military react so strongly to the U.S. freedom of navigation maneuvers in the South China Sea?
This is very much ironic because both China and the United States agree to this concept of freedom of navigation and overflight, which is a basic concept in international maritime law. But then we disagree on many other aspects of this concept. For example, who can conduct the freedom of navigation operations? Is it just the military ships or any other ships? All these issues are not specified in the UN Convention Law of the Sea. So Americans would argue, you see, it has not specified that military aircraft and ships should be excluded. Well, China says that even if these are included, but look at other articles. For example, in doing so, these countries performing this kind of operations must show due regard to the rights and interests of the littoral states. The United States has not ratified the UN Convention Law of the Sea. Therefore, my question for them is very simple. If the law is so good, why don't you ratify it, like China, like other countries? And if it is not so good, and why would you challenge others in the name of the law?
What could be the consequences of the close encounters involving the U.S. military vessels, especially when they occur frequently?
There could be collision. It's just as simple as that, because this is exactly what happened in the past. We come to talk about Americans' close-in reconnaissance and surveillance. There are more than a few thousand times in a year. How can a few thousand times be considered due regard to the rights and interests of littoral states? They are total disregard. We have a huge difference on one Chinese concept, that is anquan. Anquan, interestingly, would mean two different words in English. One is security, another is safety. Chinese would talk about security because China would believe that this kind of close-in reconnaissance and surveillance by American aircraft and ships are fundamentally detrimental to China's interest. Therefore, you are infringing upon China's security. But the United States would believe that they are totally entitled to do all these kind of freedom of navigation operations or reconnaissance or surveillance. And so they warned China against creating situations that would not become safe for the sailors or air crews or ships and aircraft.
What are the potential conflicts that could arise in the South China Sea?
The biggest danger is American and Chinese aircraft or ships collide with one another. Let me make it clear, neither side wants this to happen, but still this might happen because Americans keep sending in aircraft and ships to come. Then the question is very simple. If you do not want the water to boil, why would you throw the wood into the fire? Anyway, it is near China's doorstep. Yes, we sometimes send ships to sell elsewhere, including in the water near Hawaii, but that is in line with international law. We sell through there, but we were not chanting freedom of navigation, that I came here just to challenge you.
Thank you.